Welcome back to the Varkha channel. Today is the day of question and answers with Dear Varkha. I'm going to be answering some of the questions that have been written to me. Here goes. My boyfriend and I are having a live-in relationship. It's been a year now and I'm ready to take the next step. Each time I bring it up, he stalls. He won't talk to me about why he's not ready to marry and it's worrying me. How do I find out what's on his mind? So it seems like your boyfriend has the best of both worlds philosophy. He has the best of you living in with him with no tag of marriage, so to speak. Marriage often brings about a different set of responsibilities, a different set of commitments, and of course alters life in terms of there is sacrifice, there's adjustment, there's accommodation, not only of oneself and the spouse, but also of the respective extended families. What you need to ask is that how long are you going to wait before you really bring up this issue in a serious manner with your friend? Your friend, your boyfriend, seems to be having the best of everything. Emotional companionship, sexual companionship, and who knows, even the financial burdens being distributed equally between the two. What he needs to see is that you are now serious enough to put a timeline of sorts to this relationship and tell him what you expect and of course what you will and will not accept. Once he sees that you're not a desperate lover who's willing to go on endlessly till infinity with this relationship, he may sit down and do some serious thinking about what is it that doesn't allow him to take the leap of faith into marriage. Put some timelines there, give him some boundaries, and I think he will possibly take you more seriously than you'd like to believe. I think my husband is having an affair. I don't know for sure. If I question him about this and it turns out to be false, I will lose his trust. If I don't question him, I will lose my sanity. What do I do? So many a time we live with assumptions, and until we don't have real facts to support what we think, we better not make hypotheses about what our husband or boyfriends are doing or not doing. It is best that you sit with him and ask some clarifying questions so that you don't lose your sanity and of course more importantly don't lose a relationship. It is important for you to bring to his notice that of late you seem to feel disconnected, that you are not relating as well as you would like to. And if he's mature and sensible, he will hear you out and understand that there is some anxiety you are experiencing. His behavior, the commitments he's making, how he's treating you are some aspects of what you may want to point out to him. And then let him sit back and answer some questions that you may have so that there is an understanding between the two of you that important questions and important things that like these need to be discussed and need to be addressed so that the marriage continues to be a normal, healthy one rather than a pretentious, unfortunate one. You don't have to be accusatory or blaming. The way you say it, the tonality and how you ask of it will make him aware that you're really concerned about the health of your relationship. And being a mature, sensible man, I hope he won't have any qualms putting to rest any of the anxieties that you experience. My roommate is letting his girlfriend turn our bachelor pad into a feminine floor. I have a problem with scented candles, lace curtains and pretty pillowcases. I cannot afford a house on my own and I don't want to lose a friend for such a petty problem. How do I convey this to my buddy? Have something to say and say it in plain English is a piece of advice a famous speaker gave when asked on how to speak effectively. I know it sounds a little trivial here, but the best thing for you to do would be to sit down with your buddy and talk to him. Not in a blaming and accusatory manner where you're trying to put down his girlfriend, but generally just explaining the need for your space. What will happen is, yes, it may create some discomfort in you and of course may not augur well for the relationship. Many times what happens when we receive feedback and particularly negative feedback, it is not taken well by most of us. We become defensive and we blame the person giving the feedback. But you need to ask, if you really don't talk to this friend of yours and explain that you prefer your bachelor pad rather than a feminine place, you will start resenting him. And there will be a facade of a friendship where actually there will be growing deep discord inside you about him and about the fact that he doesn't understand your need for a personal and a private space. And if you don't talk, you will also start feeling extremely upset about yourself for your weakness. So it is best to bear a little bit of discomfort. Do take the risk of speaking to him in a manner which is affable and which only reiterates the fact that you prefer a personal pad since you decided to home in as bachelors. Please keep watching every Friday on the Varkha Chulani channel and write in to Dear Varkha. I would be happy to answer any of the questions you may ask. Till then, goodbye.